behalf of the government and people of the United States, I'm very pleased to join all of you today for these closing ceremonies at the first Solar Decathlon in Africa. Let me begin by thanking His Majesty the King for his steadfast support of this effort and really for his leadership both in Morocco and in the wider region in Africa on advanced energy plans and actions. 2 years ago, in 2016, the U.S. Department of Energy signed a memorandum of understanding for the Solar Decathlon AFRICA with these event organizers, IRESEN, the Moroccan Ministry of Energy, Mines, and Sustainable Development, and the Mohammed VI Polytechnic University. Thank you for all that you've done to make this amazing event happen. Thank you for delivering such a dynamic, successful, and inspiring event. And I should mention that none of this could have happened without the great support of the sponsors that you see up here on the screen. Thank you to the sponsors. And thank you for inviting me and allowing the U.S. Department of Energy to play a small role. Based on my visit yesterday afternoon, and based on reports from our U.S. Solar Decathlon Director, Holly Carr, who joined you for the opening ceremonies, I can say without exception that this event has truly exceeded expectations. And for those of the students who participated in the decathlon, what you achieved is simply amazing. In less than a month, you built an entire village of homes powered by renewable energy. You competed in 10 contests, and the way you constructed these homes is notable. Sometimes when we look to adopt new technologies, we're tempted to throw out the past completely. You didn't do this. From start to finish, you used traditional materials, building methods and designs from your home regions. You learned from the past and you drew from it. You embraced tried and true strategies like evaporative cooling, thermal massing, which you've used for centuries, and you integrated them with cutting-edge technologies in a way that's truly unique. Equally important, maybe most important, you did all of this through partnerships. Nearly every team in this edition of the decathlon is a partnership of multiple universities, often spanning the globe. Thank you, by the way, for inviting 4 U.S. universities to partner as team members. Because of these international partnerships, you had the privilege of meeting and collaborating with fellow students from countries and cultures besides your own. Clearly, you faced significant challenges, each and every one of you, but these challenges represented fantastic opportunities. You had the opportunity to work together in languages besides your own. You had the opportunity to appreciate cultures that are different from your own. I didn't know about the love stories, but sure, that's nice too. Maybe there were some love stories. It was an opportunity to learn about ways of thinking and doing other than the ones you're accustomed to. We like to say it was the opportunity to think out of the box in our country. And to your credit, every one of you sees the opportunity. And the fact that you're here participating says a lot about you. It says a lot about your determination to succeed in your mission. We're all here to honor and celebrate your wonderful achievement. I know you're tired and I know you've worked really hard, but I ask particularly the students to sit back, take a moment, take a breath, and reflect on what you've accomplished. I want you to think about cherishing the partnerships, love partnerships maybe, that you're involved in. Remember your new friends from across nations, recall the lessons that you've learned, and really enjoy the moment. Speaking for my own country, the United States, and for my own agency, the Department of Energy, I can tell you that solar decathlons and events like it are absolutely a winning proposition for us. They do offer hands-on experience for STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, and for preparing the next generation of professionals who can design and build houses like these or other technologies. But really, these events help us identify leaders. It's not easy to travel here for several weeks, take time out of your lives. It's not easy to stack 70 tons of bricks that went into one house that I saw yesterday. You're here because you want to be here, and because you have the drive to make a difference for your people and for the world. You're the next generation of leaders in advanced and sustainable energy. So it's no accident that the Kingdom of Morocco, with an ambitious and thoughtful energy policy, also wants to see what the most talented young people from their country and from around the world can accomplish. It's profoundly significant that their goal is not only to improve their energy opportunity and their energy security, but to help their neighbors across Africa achieve these same goals. It's the kind of thing that great nations do. They lead and they help their neighbors. The world faces significant challenges in overcoming the technological hurdles we face in implementing a renewable energy future, but I'm certain, as I am of anything, that there's no better way to assure progress than by igniting the innovative spirit of young people like the students who participated over this contest. And I do want to just say on a personal note, because I got to visit with many of the students yesterday, how touched I was to see the innovative spirit in the students and the teachers. It was just wonderful. You could see it in their eyes. You could feel it even though they are exhausted. With that kind of innovative spirit infused with that kind of joy, there's really no limit to what you can achieve. So congratulations on a phenomenally successful event, and please give yourselves a hand. You deserve it.
Brillante idée, on va dire, de faire cette compétition très inspirante. Le fondateur du Solar Decathlon et conseiller aussi senior du Solar Decathlon AFRICA, une figure importante.
Yes, exactly. It is important to have a father figure in this big project. And Richard King has been the creator of Solar Decathlon and its biggest supporter for more than 2 decades. For us, he has been our advisor and the biggest supporter. I mean, he was just providing feedbacks whenever we need them and advice, and we just really appreciate them. Richard King, can you please?
Bienvenue, Richard King, pour
The Catholics, wow, it's so much fun to be here. I've had a great 3 weeks. I landed here 3 weeks ago and been working alongside you, and it's been a great pleasure. So yes, I did create the Solar Decathlon. It was 20 years ago, believe it or not, in the summer of 1999. And I was trying to think of a compelling competition for architects and engineers. And I also needed a name for it. And so I was sitting at dinner one night with my wife, and I was saying, oh, you know, we can judge them for architecture and engineering and communications innovation. We can measure them for hot water and electricity and heating and cooling. And I had my hands out like this, and my wife says, oh, call it a decathlon. Oh, simple and brilliant. Here's a great stand up. She happens to be in the audience. A mother. If I'm the father, she's your mother. So I was thinking of something inspiring to say, but you know, it's you who inspire me. You inspire me with your creativity. Beautiful designs out there. You inspire me with your hard work. I've never seen such a hard-working group. You certainly inspire me with your perseverance and your resourcefulness. And you inspire me with your competitiveness. You are so motivated to win. That's great. And you need to maintain that competitiveness, that motivation all your life. You know, if we are to solve the challenges that face us today, you need to keep that competitive spirit. A good friend of mine, Carlos Rodriguez, he's in Cali, Colombia, South America, organizing the next competition, the Solar Decathlon Latin America and Caribbean. It'll be the first 2 weeks in December, this December. But I like what he calls his decathletes over there. He says they are heroes because they invest so much of their time and effort and hard work and even money to make life better, to improve the quality of life for everybody. So he calls you heroes. I like to think of you as some of the most important people in the world, as architects and engineers, planners, and designers. You know, you're out there in your houses, you see what everybody uses on a personal level as individuals around your home, living, going to work. We all use energy, flipping on switches and making things happen. And in the residential and transportation sectors, that is half of all the energy we use in the world. But who's responsible for the airport I flew into, or the commercial buildings, or the high-rises, or the stores, or any of the infrastructure, certainly in industry? Well, it's architects and engineers and designers and planners. They design all the buildings, and if they are not efficient, then, you know, that's the ultimate responsibility. So you are heroes, but in my mind, you're also the most important people in the world, because you are the ones that are really going to make a difference. So, no matter where you go, no matter what you do after this, just always remember who you are. Thank you very much.
All the time I was thinking, there is something, and we say all the time, behind every important man we have then a woman, and that's why this is not only then for Richard King, this is for you.
Eh oui, le trophée. Épouse de Richard King. Comme l'a dit Monsieur Lichen. Merci Richard King, merci Madame Elissa. Sous vos applaudissements, on les accompagne. Merci pour tous vos efforts. Samir, je vais vous garder avec moi. Samir, je vous garde avec moi encore un petit peu. Alors, une belle aventure, hein, le Solar Decathlon AFRICA. Nous parlions depuis le début des participants, des stars, on va dire, de l'événement. Richard King a parlé d'héros, et c'est bien le cas. Car tout au long de cette aventure, ils n'ont pas lâché, ils ont continué jusqu'au bout et ils ont relevé le challenge et le défi. Cette fois, j'aimerais que vous applaudissiez vous-même, parce que vous méritez. Pour donner à toute l'assistance une idée plus claire de comment se sont passées les 3 semaines de construction, toutes les étapes par lesquelles sont passés ces participants, je vous invite à regarder cette vidéo.
In Africa, we know it would be difficult, but this is the spirit of the competition, this is the spirit of the challenge. Well, welcome to Morocco. Thank you very much. And we will start the night.
La première équipe est Guerir. Du Maroc, l'université Hassan II de Casablanca, l'université Mohammed V de Rabat, de l'Amérique, l'université de Seattle, et du Burkina Faso, l'université Ouaga Joseph Kizerbo Ouagadougou. Venez vous rejoindre sur scène. Et Guerir, mesdames et messieurs, bravo à vous.
Bravo!
Une équipe composée d'étudiants marocains, américains et burkinabés. Bravo! Merci.
Around Africa.
L'équipe Ouattami, mesdames et messieurs. Bravo à vous pour ce que vous avez accompli. On peut les applaudir. Et de l'école Hassania des travaux publics, venez nous rejoindre. Une équipe 100% marocaine, comme je disais.
And how toward the green future.
Et merci. Nous passons à l'équipe Nahali. Merci.
That's highlighted the circular economy here in the concept.
Une équipe composée d'étudiants marocains, allemands et sénégalais. Bravo. Vous pouvez applaudir. Ne soyez pas avares en applaudissements. Continuez encore. Merci. Alors, sixième équipe sur la gauche. Alors, je pense que c'est la plus grande équipe concernée. D'accord. Je le disais, la salle s'est vidée. Et là, ils sont mis sur scène. Une belle et grande équipe. Bravo. Une belle équipe de l'université Moulay Ismaïl. Bravo, Super. J'espère que vous êtes écoutés. Vont venir nous rejoindre sur scène et on les accueille chaleureusement. Je vous prie, vos applaudissements. Allez, mettez-vous au milieu de la scène pour une belle photo d'équipe. Ceux qui sont un peu à l'écart, mettez-vous au milieu peut-être pour une petite photo souvenir. Bravo. S'il vous plaît. Et nous accueillons. Réalisation de leur beau projet. Et nous leur souhaitons tout le meilleur. Université dans le Solar Bravo pour votre énergie, votre détermination. Et tout le meilleur pour la vie.